Here. I forgot to start recording audio, so I gotta start talking over again and resync. But we'll do that when we get to a menu. Anyway, yeah, I'm recording this on my birthday, and that's what we're playing on right now is my birthday present, which as you can see is some sort of next-gen console. Or as you would have seen by the footage before I started recording my voice, it's an Xbox Series X to be specific. First time I've ever owned an Xbox. I've always had either a Nintendo or a PlayStation in some capacity. PS1, PS2, PS4, PSP, even a Vita at some point, just never a 3 or a 5. No Xboxes though. This is the first one. Of course, I didn't cheap out and get the fucking Series S because I wasn't about to drop fucking $400, $500, whatever, on a fucking console that didn't have a goddamn Blu-ray player. Just because I do like physical medium, but also I do have a lot of series on Blu-ray, a lot of anime, TV shows and shit. And you know, it's nice to be able to actually watch those things. You're gonna take a sub with you. That's gonna be your lunch halfway through the mission, Snake. Oh. The reason we're not really gonna fucking dedicatedly play this is because I have plans for Metal Gear. This motherfucker's shaking. Game ain't even started. You crazy? This is dope though. I thought at first these were gonna be like full-scale remakes when I saw that. But I guess I was just confusing these remakes with the Snake Eater remake that they're doing, Delta Snake Eater. Which I don't know about all that. I mean, it does look good, but I really don't like the idea of giving Konami more fucking money, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that they still have Hideo Kojima's name all over this shit, you know what I'm saying? A fucking Hideo Kojima game, you're goddamn right it's a Hideo Kojima game.
I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
Yes sir, Lord Dio, sir. Stop fucking calling me that. Literally though, this motherfucker's straight up Dio. Bert Stewart, motherfucker's got 2 first names for a name. This is literally upscaled and like optimized for the Xbox.
This is Snake.
So hopefully there shouldn't be any kind of fucking issues, any kind of errors.
What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator
Same thing with
way up.
Just as I expected.
Same thing with
take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees
of course,
if you need to,
Sons of
contact me by
Liberty
codec.
and Snake Eater.
Frequency is 140.85.
And from what I can tell, they are
When you
apparently
wanna
both
use
the
codec,
subsistence
push
versions,
the
or
select button.
rather, Sons of Liberty is the substance version, Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, and 3 isn't actually Snake Eater, it's the subsistence. Which, you know, there are some differences, but we'll get into that when we get into those games here in a few minutes, or when we actually play those games at some point down the line, you know, more so. So, you know, yeah, I paid fucking $500 to fucking play a fucking PS1 game. What was that noise? Who did that? Hello? Mom? These fucking camera angles were sick. Even now, the cinematography in this game, like the way it's the stylistic choices were fucking dope. That's one of the main things that's important to note with Metal Gear Solid 3. I remember playing, I did play Snake Eater first, just straight up old school Snake Eater, and the thing about that is it plays like this. This top-down camera that you're seeing, you're running through the fucking jungle just like this. Colonel, I snuck a pack of cigarettes in my ass. Oh, fuck. Leave me alone. I'm Solid Snake, motherfucker. Shit. This shit gets scary too, bro. Metal Gear's always on some tense shit. But yeah, so I'm actually kind of glad that they didn't really fucking update it in any significant capacity, because that gives, shit, which way are they coming? Oh, fuck. Because that gives, Twin Snakes on the GameCube some valid reason to still exist, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're not aware of the difference, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which is to this day still exclusive to the GameCube of all godforsaken things, it is actually a full-scale remake of this game, of the original Metal Gear Solid, on Metal Gear Solid 2's engine by a team of developers called Silicon Knights, which I think they're the same people who did Eternal Darkness on the GameCube. So it's just fucking sick. Some people don't like it. Some people prefer the original shitty graphics. Some people prefer the original racist fucking Mei Ling. Oh, hello, Solid Snake. I am here to save your game. Whereas in Twin Snakes, he's just like, oh, hey, Snake, I'm a normal human being now. I'm still Chinese, but, you know, I can speak normally because I'm not a stereotype. Oh. Anyway, here's a fucking stereotypical Chinese proverb still. Oh. I just fucking love doing that if you hadn't been able to tell by fucking every playthrough up to this point. Oh. Pretty tasty. Oh. Fucking snake eater. Anyway, this shit is dope. You know, the most modern console I've owned up until these few recent years was the Nintendo Switch. Which even then, you know, despite being newer than the PS4 that I used to have was still much better. I just didn't really keep it. I didn't have much need for it, especially once I started getting all the smart TVs and dongles and all that shit.
It's Snake.
Some fucking movie mission shit. Hindy. Wow, all the fucking times I referenced it and I skipped that shit. Of all the things to skip. Hello? Oh shit, this one doesn't have the fucking fast mode? Fucking Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, you know what I'm saying? You can press a button.
The middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies.
The red dots are your enemies, Snake. They're evil. They are white, evil men. This is why they put a warning at the beginning of the game talking about, hey, we're sorry. This game is old, just play it, okay? Fucking, this shit's chugging. It looks like they didn't fucking tweak too much. It's basically still running as if it were on the PlayStation, just able to run through the Xbox. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm not used to fucking modern consoles, you know what I'm saying? The most modern thing I have is the fucking Switch. So, you know, the first time that I fucking loaded from like one game to another, oh shit, see, it still even did it. I even took out the fucking disc in between, and it still fucking remembered that I was playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? The Switch can't do shit like this. This shit is nice looking though, it's sleek, it's a good collection of games. I mean, you know, I already have all this shit on the original consoles, and I even have the remake on the GameCube too. I even have fucking Snake Eater 3D, you know? But... And this already existed. These are all basically just, because yeah, they did Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, the HD editions for the Xbox and the PS3, like way back already. So these are just ports of that. These are those existing already, you know, HD ports. I am an individual character. I represent no group. Fucking Rick and Morty. Of course.
An oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare.
A 20-gallon oil tanker spilled all over a colony of ducks. Your classic nightmare. Thankfully, we had fucking like 6 bottles of Dawn soap.
Cleanup isn't quite over yet. It takes time. But
Well, of course it's not. We only had 6 bottles of Dawn soap. Aren't you fucking listening to me? So yeah, this looks just like it did on the PS2. I mean, look at these fucking models. These are not Xbox fucking Series X models. These are clearly PlayStation 2 fucking jelly fucking mannequins. You know what I'm saying?
You have 2 mission objectives.
But they're in high fidelity. This is basically what fucking Twin Snakes is gonna look like when I play it on the fucking GameCube, you know what I'm saying?
Disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
This is Snake.
This is Snake. You're not Snake, you motherfucker. See, look at that shit.
The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but...
Rubber butt. Your mama's got a rubber butt.
The hatch...
Check this shit out. So this looks good, you know. Gotta love fucking Metal Gear noises. The camera angle actually works to the game's advantage for like puzzles and shit like this, you know, abstract kind of sights. It's less than practical. People probably wouldn't like it as much nowadays, which is why they don't really do even like Metal Gear like this nowadays with like the Phantom Pain or even Guns of the Patriots a few years later. But like I said, even by the next game, Snake Eater, they put out Snake Eater the way they did, but I guess there was just so much backlash. It was just like, okay, when they dropped the fucking subsistence version, it was just like, alright, you can get a fucking normal ass back-facing camera. Oh shit. Hello?
Raiden, that door is watertight.
Raiden, that's a door. You have to open it to go through it. Okay. What was up with the noises it was making? It was like... Oh shit.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Oh no, not the Russians.
Gerlukovich, man.
Gerlukovich.
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow
Gerlukovich?
Moses
Isn't that
takeover
word this
group 4 years
motherfucker
ago.
said a couple times
What's their
before?
stake in this
Yeah,
war?
he must have been
made a
setting up
deal,
Metal Gear
an
gameplay this
arrangement
whole
with the
time. It's
terrorists.
crazy.
They become a band of
I thought he was just some
mercenaries,
dumb
an
fuck, but
army
maybe he's
without
got
a
some
country.
foresight after all. Nah. Yeah, there's some dude on the floor. Oh shit, kick the door open. Kick the door open. Hello, it's me, Snake. You actually do play as Snake. Who's that? I think that was Pliskin.
Colonel,
Colonel, there's definitely someone else here. Oh, wow. We totally didn't know about that. What?
Raiden, you won't be able to...
Oh yeah? I can eat their soup. But yeah, this is just the type of shit you be doing in Metal Gear. Knocking motherfuckers out, dragging them around, hiding the bodies. It was really smart in that way. A lot of games weren't, you want to talk about like good enemy AI and shit. Most AI in this day and age especially was fucking stupid. So Metal Gear AI was doing like some crazy scary shit by comparison. Like, how does it know? How can they tell all this shit? Real progenitor type shit right here. Gotta hide the body. Oh. Raiden. Get out of there, boy. Drop this unconscious man in the water. Oh, they don't want to let me do it. No, don't drop that unconscious man in the water. That's murder. Bro, this is Metal Gear. Oh, mother, father, son, and brother. Alright, well, that was useless. But that's the type of shit you can do in Metal Gear. A bunch of useless shit, just to see if you can. More often than not, the answer is yes. The way you would interact with guards, fucking punch them, the way you could talk to them, extort shit from them. There was the whole dog tax system that got introduced. Holy shit, what? UK. Ukraine. I'm Ukrainese, bitch. Raiden, you're not from Ukraine.
Good work, Raiden.
These wallpapers are nice. It'd be cool if you could just have the Xbox looking like that the whole time. Snake Eater is one of my favorite games of all time. It's easily my favorite Metal Gear game, Metal Gear Solid game. Shit, the fucking virtual mission. I love this too. You don't get any of the cool shit that you actually get with the subsistence version though, so it is different. You get the updated stuff, like for example this artwork you're seeing is from the subsistence version. That's what the green subsistence cover looks like. That's what my Metal Gear Solid 3 on the PS2 looks like. It's got Snake on the cover like that. Whereas the original Snake Eater version was like yellow with Snake just standing, you know, from farther away on some shit. But, you know, it changes a lot of the imagery, the camouflage and stuff like that got added, and most importantly, the newer, more updated camera that actually lets you switch behind. And you can fuck around with this shit. You can use the one stick to switch, the right stick will switch the color. You can move up and down to switch the color completely, like the brightness, left and right to switch the tone of the color, so you can go like up and left and it's doing all some shit. And then you can move the pattern around. You can also press a button, yeah, triangle, or Y on the, yeah, you can do all kinds of cool shit with this on the Xbox controller. So this was always a cool little visual you could do. But that's about it. You get all the quality of life stuff from it, but when you go into like the special mode, fuck. For some reason, too, one thing that I don't get with this is for the original Metal Gear Solid, they changed the control scheme so that it operates the way it did on the original PlayStation. You use the B button to confirm because it's in the same position that the circle button would be. And that's how it worked and it worked the exact same way for Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, but for whatever reason, even though they went out of their way to change it for the first one, they didn't for these two. So you have to press A, which is it just doesn't make sense for Metal Gear. If you've ever played a Metal Gear game, you understand why this is weird. And then, for the special stuff, you get the fucking, your screenshots, I guess, and whatever else they added. Whereas in the original, or not in the original, whereas in the true subsistence version.
After the end of World War II,
yes?
The world was split into two.
Oh.
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Why don't you just put on a jacket? Anyway, virtual mission. Anyway, the actual subsistence version had a bunch of stuff. For one, it had the alternate disc, which had the whole, it had 2 extra discs. Or no, it only had 1 extra disc. I gotta bust the shit open, actually. Well, I got it right here.
All right.
Fucking Major Tom.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass.
Spoiler, but these are, of course, all like the fucking bad guys, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's in the past. Anyway, I got it right here, and the first disc is Subsistence. The second disc is actually called Persistence.
Oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
And I believe the second disc is where you'll find everything that you don't find here. So the first disc, Subsistence, will give you everything that you get here, but on the second disc...
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
You get the,
Approaching release point.
You get the Special Theater, which gives you, like, all the cutscenes of the game as well as, Well, actually, I don't think it gives you all the regular cutscenes of the game, but it gives you something called the Special Theater. Or no, it does. You get the chance to look at all the cutscenes if you want, just in isolation, but it's also got something called the Special Theater, which lets you see alternate versions of these cutscenes, and most of them are just fucking ridiculous.
6 minutes to drop off.
They're all just jokes. They were all, the dev team obviously having some kind of fun, you know what I'm saying?
Sunrise.
Sunrise! You can see the letters and shit are still heavily pixelated and all that, just like they were on the PS2. But the online mode, and then all the other special stuff, including that Special Theater, and then there was also other game modes. There was like some Ape Escape crossover content too, where you would go through the Virtuous mission, but there was like Ape Escape monkeys that you had to fucking tranquilize instead.
1 minute to drop off.
Instead of you know what I'm saying, regular ass fucking people.
The head
soldiers.
of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the...
So we're skydiving. And this is all the same graphically, just higher fidelity, higher definition. Same old cutscenes. We're starting the Virtuous mission. We're investigating. You gotta save old fucking Sokolov. Sokolov? Oh no. Gotta fucking do all that shit before you bust up into Groznygrad and all these other funny words.
Do you copy?
Yeah. So when you look at the game, this is how you played Snake Eater. This is how Snake Eater was played originally. And unlike what you just saw me do, which is a R3 click, or a camera stick click, whatever you call it on a fucking Xbox, this was all you could do. This was more than you could do on Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3. You didn't have the option to move the camera like this. I guess they thought that would be enough, but... I mean, I guess you can play Metal Gear like this. But... Oh, man, like I said, I played Snake Eater, and I sure beat it. The whole game like this, but fucking... Once I got my hands on fucking Subsistence, and I was able to just fucking... Ooh... The shit was game changing. And of course, this is how Snake Eater 3D plays as well. You get the whole 3D camera. I had it originally on the DS, but it sucked, especially because I didn't have one of them fucking dual stick fucking dongle attachments on that shit. You forgot your fucking backpack, you loser. I'm not fucking... What have I told you, Snake? I'm not driving back. I'm not turning this fucking car around. You can just go to school without your backpack. But Major, we have a test. Fucking Major Tom. Hideo Kojima's a fucking moron. He's a fucking stupid fuck who will just name his characters fucking anything. So that's why you got characters like fucking Psycho Mantis and fucking Eva. The boss, the end, the pain, the hunger, the
Snake,
sleepy, the
try
tired.
to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Try to remember the basics of stabbing and slapping a motherfucker around. Right. I mean, oh. Shoot a bird, Snake. Remember your training. No, yeah, I mean, Metal Gear's just a hell of a story overall. I couldn't fucking cover it. It would literally take a whole gameplay series, you know, to cover it. I'd have to be just fucking talking you through it as I'm doing it. And even then, when we do eventually play Metal Gear at some point, probably in the next year, something like that, it's not even gonna be this one. It might be this one, but honestly, I'll probably play this at some point in my downtime. And then, you know, on camera, I'll probably play the OG shit. This is nice to see it in widescreen, though. That is one of the benefits. You can stretch the original into widescreen on this, which I didn't. I had the border on because it looked better in 4:3, but it literally stretches it. I guess it would have been too much work for them to completely rework the entire game for it to actually have a widescreen function. So it just gets stretched the way it would, you know, if you were upscaling a PS2 image. Whereas Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 in HD were designed...
I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
Look at that shit.
KGB troops sent to
Fucking
guard
staring at
Soho.
Eva's titties. Oh yeah, and this one you need fucking batteries and shit for like your fucking motion detectors and sonars. It's pretty cool. Instead of the fucking busted ass Soliton radar that you get in the original games, you get this fucking battery powered type ass fucking... It still uses old school controls too, so no triggers to shoot and shit like that you use in the fucking face buttons.
Who's that?
Hey, you didn't see me. Hey. Check this out. Fucking fake death pill. This will come in handy later. But yeah, these are all great games, heavy story, which is why, you know, I wanted to buy them with this shit. And, you know, and it's just fucking everything. It's little stuff like this, you know what I mean? I know it probably doesn't seem like a lot, and it won't make much sense until I actually play this stuff and go through it if you don't already know what any of it is. What is it spelling? Huh, I guess we'll have to find out some other day. Motherfucker fell asleep. I was just waiting for him the tranquilizer darts to take effect. I'm gonna stab this guy in the penis to death. I forgot the basics of CQC, actually. You can do all kinds of crazy shit with CQC in this game. Stab him in the ass till shit comes out. Till shit comes out. That ain't blood. Does that look like blood to you? Yeah, there's a lot of secrets with this game. It's just one of those things where, like, you know, every other thing is interactable, and just, you know, depending on how you think to interact with shit, you can get different reactions and all that. Anyway, let's play another, like, 5 minutes, and then that'll be it. It'll just give me some footage to work with. Oh, shit. Huh? That's how camouflage works. Huh.
Who's that?
Okay. That was easy. Yeah, that's added a camouflage mechanic. That's actually pretty good. And it added just a lot of cool things that you could do with your radio and with holding people up. You were able to do things in the original Metal Gear Solid, which I didn't do it at all in either one. But, you know, you're able to, like, get behind a motherfucker and choke him out. Metal Gear Solid 2 expanded on that with the dog tags. You were able to draw your weapon on somebody, make them freeze, make them, you know, shake that ass. which is literally what they look like they're doing. And this one expanded on it even more with CQC to the point where you can stick someone up with like at knife or gunpoint and interrogate them from information. You can get them to call off alert statuses. In the right situations, you can even get legitimate fucking airstrikes. Those were some of the coolest things I figured out with as a kid with that stuff when I first found out that you could do that on like my second playthrough, because I wasn't even that good at the CQC stuff the first time I played it around. You know, once I learned all that cool shit, it was just like, yo, I started fucking taking advantage of it, seeing what I could do. And some of the coolest stuff I found was on multiple occasions. You know, there's radio stations you can interrogate out of these motherfuckers that will like straight up heal you when you listen to them. They'll heal your stamina and your health and all that. And then there's also, yeah, like I said, I got a fucking straight up airstrike one time. Or another time, because one thing I discovered was that you could like call off alert statuses, so I was trying to do that again. And then, you know, I got a fucking airstrike instead. Let me see if I can't fucking interrogate somebody. Don't use a fake death pill in the mud. Ah, fuck it, I'll show ya. No getting out of that. Snake, what the fuck did you just do?
What's your status?
Did you just fucking get in the mud and overdose on heroin on purpose? Why would you do this? You probably already have seen this because it's like a meme, or at least it was for a while. He's not gonna say it though, because you gotta actually do some shit for him to actually say it. Like when you kill Ocelot or something crazy, then that's when the fucking colonel, and that's the thing too, it's not the fucking major, it's the colonel, it's Colonel Campbell, talking about like, oh no, you fucked with time. What have I told you about fucking with time, Snake? Scary. The only thing about the Xbox, of course, is that I'm going to have to invest in a goddamn rechargeable battery for this shit. I mean, it is nice to have the option, though. Because, you know, even with the extra money you got to put into, like, a fucking, you know, additional rechargeable battery, it's just what the fucking other guys cost with the built-in rechargeable battery anyway. He's not saying those things. Fucking tackle these motherfuckers. You can do it, Snake. Aw, they shot me in the dick. As far as they can tell. I'm just trying to CQC him, motherfucker.
Who's that?
Oh. HQ, I got him. Perserded sneak. Perserded. Simk. Simk perserded. Sim skim milk. Simon says, pardon me. Let's see if it fucking times me out of this shit. Nope. Once it gets to the time paradox, you can't revival pill anymore. You're dead. Steak is gay. Eat ham. Eat ham today. Take is shit. Take is ayad. Dad? Who is a dad? Tilk is a dad. Aw, good for Timk. Timk is ad. I knew he had ADD. Could you imagine just cutting somebody up like this? Just fucking sha. Hit him with some pocket sand. Hide the white of my face from him.
Who's that?
I pressed the wrong button. HQ, respond. He did it again. Fuck it. Just leave him alone. Yeah, we're good. Oh, yeah, he's dead, all right. Yeah, I've never seen a man more dead in my life. Can't see me. I'm legs. 80% legs.
Huh? Who's that? Who's that? Huh? Who's that?
Snake, you're dying. You better not. Can't fuck with me. I'm solid liquid. I'm gaseous ass. Holy shit, Snake. Be careful. Hit that shit, Snake, huh? You can also shoot out their radios if I remember right. You need like an actual like bullet gun, not a tranquilizer, you know. But that's another way you can like hinder their communications and stop them. And that's what I'm talking about, just that small, subtle detail.
Who's that?
1, 2, 3.